Sled is pretty good. I like the three-man sled. The three-man sled's a good sled, and I think that the part11 kids will be able to do it, and maybe even the two-man. But the biggest thing when we're talking about hitting this sled first is your stance. All right, we want a decent base. If I'm gonna if my left foot is back, then my left hand is down. If my right foot is back, then my right foot is down. My head's up. In teaching a stance, and I know, from coaching for a while, we'll all see that kid that gets down there and his stance ends up like that, and it's all screwed up. The last thing we could do is sit there and laugh and don't correct it. You gotta square the kid's stance away, and it's because of his flexibility. So we just have him stand there, one foot just slightly staggered in front of the other, shoulder width apart. You just squat down, like my coach said, probably not that appropriate, but like you're taking a dump in the woods. I remember my part11 coach saying that same thing. He goes, squat down like you're taking a dump in the woods. That's what he would say. So ever since that day, that's where I was. And all I'm going to do is put my hand down. So when I put my hand down on the ground, what's that used for?
I'm kind of old school.
Anybody want to tell me? Am I going to put a lot of pressure on that?
Nope.
We all know that. You can't put a lot of pressure on it. So I'm just putting that hand down in front of me. That's where I am. So my right foot is back, my right hand is out. Left foot's back, left hand's out. All right? Then when I go ahead and hit, I'll just do, this is kind of a progression. I'm just going to do a two-step drill. I'm going to take a step, and I'm going to hit. I'm going to grab my pistols, my thumbs up, elbows in, and I'm going to lock them out. And that's important. So when I'm on the sled with the lineman, I'm like, hey, two-step drill, step of your left foot. Step of the left foot, gather with the right foot, grab your pistols. I bring my arms back, thumbs up, elbows in, and I'm locking them right out. That's what it looks like. So we're up here, and everybody does it. We're down here, set, go, thumbs up, elbows in. That's it. I sit here, step, go, thumbs up, elbows in, and stay nice and low. And all we're going to do is one line after another, or start them right up here, and we step with the right foot, and we can work our way all the way down. So I'm up here, say go, step over, say go, step, go, fire out, say go. And the big one, step out, thumbs up, elbows in. Step one. So then what's the next thing we do progressively when we're blocking somebody for alignment? After you make contact, what do? Right. Buzz your feet. All right, and then and the other thing I was saying, when they buzz their feet, you'll see kids, especially on these sleds. This is where they don't work very well, but you'll start to see this. When you hit it, they're like that. They're nice and long, and they're taking these strides. That's why you put the red mats there. All right, feet gotta stay shoulder width apart. Buzz your feet and keep them shoulder width apart. So I'm here, thumbs up, elbows in, and that's where my feet go. Constantly buzzing your feet.
One quick thing.
Coach.
That's no different than what I was talking about with tackling, okay? When you get the long strider pushers, correct them of that. Correct them of that. I tell our kids, pistons, like a piston's in it, you gotta take these little 6-inch steps. And that's not only for power, okay? You'll get more power, but you'll also get better balance. You'll keep your balance, okay? Sorry, Coach.
No. And Coach makes a good point. It's all about balance, so we don't lose our balance and get knocked off. So the biggest things, thumbs up, elbows in, stay low, and buzz your feet. And if you're not blocking every practice, and it just doesn't, you need fundamentals. And you need the kids on the sled. Again, offensive line, just come over for 10 minutes. So I just start off shooting my hands as fast as you can. I'm out here, set, go. And that's what it should be. All hands. Like if you're teaching, throwing your shoulder, like that's gone. That's way past the wayside. Any of us using our shoulders. We're right up under the pads, right up on, right up on the numbers with the hands, nice and physical. If we keep those thumbs up just like this, keep our elbows in, and lock them way out, you can control them. So that's really important. And I see, when you see younger kids playing and they fire out, and this is what you see on the sled, and we see it, you can't do it. That's not helping the kid, and especially all the defender's just going to knock him right over. And like Coach was saying too, if Coach Cameron here was in a long stance, just one foot right out in front of the other Joe, like this, just like that. So I'm going to push Joe off to the side, not a problem. Just like that. If Coach has a nice wide base, that's where he is. I can't do anything with Coach. That's the way we want to be. So as soon as we get long, we're starting to teach them the wrong thing. The other thing too is how long they hit the sled. I mean, like, what's a football play last generally?
7 seconds.
Yeah, like they're saying 5-6 seconds. I'm having them hit this sled as soon as they make contact. I'm like, buzz your feet, buzz your feet, buzz your feet. Done. Next group up. Once you start having them go too long, breaking out our habits. They get really long, it becomes counterproductive, and these things just get really tiring. So it's like 1, 2, 3, next group, we're up, good job. Sit there and talk to them in between the drill for a second, correct people that you see. All I'm doing is letting them gather some, let that line gather themselves back up, then we come back out of there. We're gonna hit this thing for 10 minutes, all right? And if we only have 8 guys, then maybe we use 3, we use the middle 3 or the end 3. We run this thing in a circle. But we don't fill up all of them. We have 5 guys, we don't put 5 guys or 6 guys up here. All right, let's hit it. After we're done hitting it, let's hit it again. We're not going anywhere, all right? That's where you might have to use the 3-minute slip. That makes sense to you guys? So that's the progression with O-line, all right? And those are the 2 drills I do every single day. Just that 1-2 step, shoot your hands, grab your pistols and shoot your hands, and then 1-2 and buzz your feet. That makes sense to you guys?
Yep.
The other thing that we do is, one other one we'll do counter and power. All right, we'll just come on the field real quick and I'll show you what.
I just turned on the lights.
Okay, cool.